I was raised Catholic. The thing that used to annoy me about church when I was little was all the standing up and sitting down and kneeling. I wish the priest could just pick a position and fuck me.
No, you're Catholic and I'm a Jew and Sammy, you're black. I'm sorry.
I'm hanging in there.
No, I mean, it's really, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing?
No, just...
Do you do a lot of,
I do. Just like that.
You use that machine?
I
do. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Whatever it is, it's heading straight for the World Trade Center.
Rishi Sunak will lead the Conservatives into the next election in the same way that Mohammed Atta led a Boeing 747 into the World Trade Center. What, too soon?
Meanwhile, FBI Director Louis Freeh said this week that Attorney General Janet Reno might have a conflict of interest in her investigation of Democratic fundraising. Freeh also pointed out that Reno might have a conflict of interest between her X and Y chromosomes.
So how do you know when an idea is good enough if you've never tried it out on stage?
Well, there's a few different... There's some ideas I just know.
Right.
Some ideas you just go because I've repeated the rhythm so many times of being on the stage talking and getting laughs.
Right.
I'll have a thought and I'll go, oh, that's a bit.
Because you know that from all the years of doing it.
Yeah, you just know. And then there's other things where I go, I don't think anyone would ever like this. This is actually might be troubling to some crowds. I want to try it anyway.
Give me an example, if you can think of one. Where you said to yourself, this could be really good, but it would be troubling to a crowd. And then you got up and it just totally, like the crowd was disturbed by it.
I mean, I had one bit that never quite made it because I didn't, and I could have made it work.
Because you were having a dark thought?
Yeah.
It was dark?
Yeah.
What was this dark thought?
Well, last year I think I did this on the show, actually, on the series. I think I put it in there. But it was a thing about that, people hate child molesters so much. They hate them worse than murderers or anybody else.
Right.
So getting caught child molesting is that's the end.
That's the worst.
It's really the end of your life in every way. Your friends are gone. Whatever you had is gone.
Yeah.
Right? So... that's why a lot of kids that get molested get killed. Because it's like once you whatever got you to the moment where you molested a kid.
Right.
Once you hit that moment, you're like, I can't let this kid go now because I'm fucked if this kid goes home and tells anybody. So you kill the kid.
Right.
So the bit was that if we could hate child molesting a little less, we might get some kids back.
Wow, that is a brilliant thought.
If somebody could say to themselves, all right, I molest, somebody could call you and go, hey, I molested your kid. You want him back after soccer? Or do you want me to drop him off after this game? Doesn't he have any allergies I should know about?
So we're hurting children by hating child molesters so much.
That's right. I wasn't able to come to that conclusion. The way I made the bit work for me and made it palpable for some audiences, like 20%, was to say, what I just said is true.
Right.
That if we hated child molesters less children would die.
Right.
I don't know what to do with that information.
You don't know where to go.
I don't know what to do with it. I can't make any
recommendations. You came to the right place today.
Yeah.
So...
You're not wearing a bra? I love this. Really? Well, that's good.
We're having a good time already.
No, we are. I'm having an excellent time, although I'm wearing a bra because... But I'm older than you.
Yeah, that's what happens with age.
I love...
You've had 2 children. So
I have had 2 children. So...
they start to... You need a little more help.
I think mine were doing that before the kids came along, really.
Why
are you rubbing my chair like this? Is that a Bond villain thing? You'd be a good Bond villain, actually.
I think this is, I'm subliminally maybe doing what I...
Whoa.
This might be a... Oh, no, he does need a bra. He does.
Let me flex.
It's in your heart, right, Sam? Be proud. Brothers, we kiss, we hug. Any black on my lips?
It's the rules. It's how to capture a man's heart. And it's for women. And it says all these rules that you have to follow, and you will capture a man's heart. And the rule number 1, have huge breasts. Yeah, that guy likes it.
And George Papard, who keeps calling me on the phone saying, why is that black guy getting the bigger lines? Anyway,
George isn't jealous, but when you go to bed tonight, try to listen for a clock. Your part, George, is getting smaller and smaller. Tell him what you told me, how you're fed up with the blacks and you don't want them in your neighborhood. Anyway, but we need the blacks. Without them, there'd be no Olympics. I'll tell you this.
Christians here tonight. All right, really? Hardcore? No, not hardcore. You made your own Christianity. Yeah. I mean, I'm not busting on you. That's what people do. If you just never heard of the Bible, how old are you? 32. No one you know ever heard of the Bible? You never heard of the Bible? Never taught to you? You were just walking through a used bookstore today and stumbled across the Bible like a pioneer. Little Lewis and Clark, and you're thumbing through it while you're taking a shit. Yeah, you can read anything while you're taking a shit, right? They put out, okay, let's say they put it on the back of fucking Captain Crunch. How about that? Right? Read anything on the back of Captain Crunch. How quick would you recognize that as true? Would you go, hey, this is exactly what I was looking for? Yeah, the fucking flood and the ark, and yeah, this sounds incredibly true. You'd throw it in the trash, would you not? If you've never, that's why they have to pump it into your head when you're still little and you get a soft spot and you're Santa Claus eligible, and they fucking pump it all in there then, you don't know any better, and then they cork it in there with a whole bunch of fear, and what you do, where you go, I'm not hardcore, you made your own Christianity. What your brain does is it fucking, you believe all the parts that don't affect your life at all. I believe in heaven, I believe Jesus and the resurrection, yeah, sure. But the parts that affect your instincts directly, which is your real God, if you think about it. Your fucking brain grows around that like a clubfoot. Oh, we have to adapt here. No, I believe in Garden of Eden and all that, yeah. Oh, premarital sex? No, I think that was a typo. That's open to interpretation. But I believe in Noah, sure. And yeah, love thy neighbor to an extent, except for that fuckhead up in 3B who plays Beastie Boys till 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna poison his fucking dog if it doesn't stop barking. But the Bible was written before Beastie Boys were around, so it's open to interpretation. You don't believe it. You don't. And this is how I know that those people, because every time you see a tragedy, whether it's 9/11 or a bus goes into a lake or a fucking grandma spontaneously combusts, whatever it is, you see people on the news and they're whining like cunts and they go, it's horrible, it's terrible, and it's tragic. But at least he's in a better place now. He's with Jesus. Then why are you crying? Why are you crying? If you, with all of your faith, your depth of your soul, believes that your loved one is dancing around on a fluffy cloud in an everlasting paradise for all of eternity, without a care in the world, happier than pinworms in a baby's.
Let me tell you about a story so true. We're showing me style and it's all so cool. It's about a garment torn and frayed, getting his threads, the story conveyed. Walking down the streets with holes in my teeth. Each rip and tear part of me you see. It ain't about the brand or the label it holds. It's about the journey, the stories it unfolds. In these ragged clothes I find my voice, a testament to resilience. My choice from the streets to the stage. I rock my style in my tattered shirt. I walk that mile. Ripped and torn, but still I stand in my ragged attire. I command, it's not just fabric, it's a statement. I preach in my threadbare garment, I find my reason. From the barrio to the bar, I make my mark. In my worn out jeans, I leave a spark. And they call it rags, but I call it art. In every stitch and tear, I play my part. It's the struggle of the streets, the hustle so real. In my tattered jacket, I seal the deal. A symbol of defiance against the status quo. My passion of pants, I let it show. It's not about the riches or the wealth I lack. In my faded hoodie, I stay on track. It's the heart of the hustle, the grind each day. In my worn out kicks, I find my way. Ripped and torn, but still I stand. In my ragged attire, I command. It's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. So here's to the ones with the clothes that tear in our patched up attire we have, so let the world see our garments worn. For in our rags, our stories are born. In the language of the streets we speak. In our torn up clothes we find our peak.
Stool, why are you crying? You should be ecstatic if you really believe it. You should be calling all your friends on the phone. Did you hear the great news? Lightning struck my baby. Yeah, he's in a better place. God picked him. I told you he was adorable. Yeah. God spared him that average 72-year sentence on this shithole planet. Do you really believe that death leads to eternal bliss? Then why are you wearing a seatbelt?